YouTube, we back on another one. Welcome back, Real Rap with Kane. I'm Kane. I had to do this video, man. I know normally I'm in the car, I'm somewhere posted up, let my thoughts go. Tonight I'm on the patio. Um, Video after video I watch, articles I read, misinformation, stuff isn't exactly right. Um, Monday, I'm out with some friends and I happen to go on the internet and I go to a major urban media outlet and I see an article. I go somewhere else, I see another article. I'm looking like, oh, this must be real. Articles I'm talking about is Meek Mill versus a young artist in Philadelphia. Um, I really don't want to do this video. I'm just being honest. Um, if you know anything about Philadelphia and especially in the music part, you understand that things ain't always entertainment. Um, Very few actual rap beefs are entertainment. Pardon me. Let me fix this. Um, Very few rap beefs or entertainment is as real as it gets. Um, it's been multiple occasions when things have turned physical or people had died. You know what I mean? Um, Philly is a hot spot. Always has been a hot spot when it comes to music. Um, One of the oldest labels um, in any genre of music, Kenny and Gamble. Um, that's some Philadelphia stuff, right? They hits after hits after hits they responsible for. That's not really what I'm here to talk about, but um, the hip hop part has always been real. Beefs have typically always turned violent um, in actual life. Um, I've been seeing and reading a lot of misinformation. That's what's influencing me to say something. Um, the dangerous headlines that was posted and said gang leaders bans Meek Mill from Philadelphia. That's irresponsible journalism at its finest. That's completely irresponsible. We just seen a whole situation in Atlanta, right? We just had a whole situation in Atlanta. We just had two situations in Texas. Thankfully, them artists didn't lose their life. When it comes to the city of Philadelphia and music related beef, typically hip hop related beef, that's not something that's not the kind of headline you use. That pour fuel on that fire to levels you can't even imagine. And let's be clear. There is no banning anyone from Philadelphia. Like that is the hardest thing. And if you've never been to Philadelphia, then you can't understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Philly is not set up that way. Now, does that mean that somebody can't spin a block here that you at a certain place and spin a block and try to come check you? No, I'm not saying that. But if you understand how Philadelphia is divided, each part of Philadelphia is like its own city. And if you have never been there, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. Each section, North Philly, which is the largest part of Philadelphia, which that's the section I'm from. That's why I'm uniquely qualified to talk about this topic. This is why I am talking about this topic because I'm tired of saying the wrong misinformation. North Philadelphia is the largest section in Philadelphia. And I believe North Philadelphia, to give you a comparison, is bigger than Washington D.C. or close to it. That's how large North Philadelphia is. South Philadelphia is like a whole nother world from North Philadelphia. North Philadelphia, North Philadelphians don't typically go down South Philly and vice versa. You may have a handful of people that can move around the city. That's what they into. They go check somebody over here, go check somebody over there. But like hang out, that really doesn't happen. Meek is from North. He's from Burke Street. Um, that's a hop and a skip and a jump from where I'm from. Where I'm from, actually, North Philly ain't really important. Just know that it's super close to Diamond Street, to Burke Street, and all that, right? Um, his family, I think his grandmother lives down South Philly. So his pop was originally from South Philly. Everybody knows Pop got killed in South Philly, whatever the case may be. I think his mom still sent them for summers or something like that down South Philly. So that's a South Philly connection. Um, so on the outside looking in, um, I understand why it looks crazy. The average person look and say, "Well, damn, like me trying to save you young boys' lives. Like he's sitting there telling y'all, put the guns down, and I'm gonna change y'all lives. I'm gonna get y'all a deal." Outside looking in, that's beautiful, man. But I had to put this on somebody's post yesterday. I had to. It felt like my head was going to explode. I said, these young boys, I said, although that was the right message, that was a thorough message, them young boys don't respect the sender, man. They don't respect who delivered that message. That's just what it is. And I know you still boggled like, well, what's not to respect about me? He doing it for the city right now. He the hottest thing in the movement in the city right now. Meek Rich. The problem with people, y'all let money govern y'all principles, man. Y'all let y'all let money decide who thorough and who not. That's not how I go. You can't get a bag then anoint yourself an OG. That's not how I go. The street still gotta anoint you as an OG. When it, when he called out the number of crews that's hot, but they moving around for real. They look at Meek like you never moved around like this. Who is you to tell me? And then they look at his. I mean, see, I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to say too much on this genre. Like we definitely not doing no ratting, so we definitely going to proceed with caution and what we're trying to deliver here. But I'm gonna try to say as much as I can for people to get it. If you from the streets, then it's easy for you to pick up what I'm putting down. You understand? So it's hard for these young boys to take Meek serious because when he didn't have a bag, he wasn't doing what these young boys was into. He wasn't. That case that he was on probation for 40 years, it felt like he just was a victim of circumstances. That was wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't actually, oh, this is how Meek was moving around. That's nah. He just knew people who was into whatever, and he was going to check them. That's all that was. Like what they try to do to his life was nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like they really tried to ruin homie life. You know what I mean? Like Meek really didn't do nothing wrong in that situation. He just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's not to take away from him, say to take away make him look like he hit nut or nothing like that. That's not even what it's about. I'm saying these young boys are actively engaged. They actively got their hands in the mud. They're gonna look at you different when they feel like personally You never been through that. You know what I'm saying? Like human nature, I don't care who you are, where you at. If someone comes give you some advice, you're going to look at the source that this advice is coming from. And how serious you take this advice is going to depend on who's delivering it. That's just human nature. And then, like I said, you got to look at Meek's personal history. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things that contribute to this. Like, that, um, from the outside looking in, you would think that people were just being crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that conversation, although Meek, I believe wholeheartedly, Meek had, um, he didn't have no malice. He didn't have no bad intentions. He had no ulterior motives. He was really being genuine. Like, yo, I see what's going on out here in the world, but I also know what's going on in my city. Let me see what I can do for my city. Like, this is where I come from. You know what I'm saying? How can I did this? How can I really get these young boys the light that they deserve because they hot? That's not an internet thing, man. That's not an internet conversation. That's not an internet PSA. Because now it looks like you just doing it, or partly you doing it for show. Because you said yourself, yo, y'all got my number. So why don't you just send a number? Why don't you just send a text, a FaceTime, a call? Hey, yo, I'm not even going to do this on the phone. I'm about to touch down the city, spin the block, man, so I can holler at you. Everything ain't for the net, man. You know how many, and I'm not bragging, I'm a regular dude, man. You know how many beefs I don't dead it? That wasn't no phone call. I don't even play them phones like that when it comes to stuff like that. I darn sure don't play the internet. I took my behind to the city, man. Pulled up. Hey, me holler at you. I boom, set my 1-2, set my piece. Hey, me go find out. Hey, yo, me holler at you, man. No, no, get in the car. Come on. Let's go get some food. Let's go with King of Pressure, man. Let's go with King of Pressure, get something to eat, man. Away from all this so you can think with a clear head what I'm saying. I done it, man. I done drove 7 hours, 8 hours to do that, man. Real rap. I done that. I've been there. I know how that go. And I ain't had no bread to offer nobody. So if I had bread to offer somebody and say, yo, listen, man, I'm gonna give you this 100,000, 200,000, or whatever, man, to put you on, to put your team on, so y'all can get out here and really make some noise and give y'all the light and push y'all deserve, man. Like that's the kind of stuff it takes, man. Not the internet. Not get on the internet and on your phone and post stuff for tweets and the gram. That ain't the move, man. Cause now you don't know how you don't know how genuine this joint is. Is this really genuine, or is he just doing this for some likes, man? Is he just doing this for some retweets? What's the motive here? If you want to take on an OG position, which you really can't, you can't anoint yourself as an OG. I need people to hear me and understand this clear. You cannot anoint yourself as an OG. People outside who look up to you with some sort, hold you in some high regard, some level of respect, gives you that title as being an OG, man. You can't reach a certain level, a certain age, or you think you reach a certain level of success and say, "Yeah, I'm the OG of my hood." No, that's not how I go, man. People got to give you that. That's a term of endearment, man. If you haven't heard that before, you heard it here first. When people give you those titles, man, that's my old head. That's a term of endearment, man. If I say that's my young boy, that means that's my young boy. That's like my nephew, my son, my family. Nigga say that's my old head, that's big homie. You can't label yourself as being big homie, man. Because that's what you're going to get. When you try to do that yourself, That's the kind of response you're going to get when people look like, oh, you's a nut. I don't respect you. I don't respect you enough to listen to you. Even though what you may be saying is true, I don't respect you enough to listen to you. Is that crazy thinking? Yes, it is. I acknowledge it fully. It's crazy thinking. It's unfathomable thinking. Like, what's wrong with you? But that's how the streets go, bro. That's how I go. I'm not glorifying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you how I go. It's certain things that, like I said, once again, is not for the internet. That wasn't for the internet. And then when you post purposely, you post the young boy, a young boy he had eyes with. That just exacerbates the situation, man. Now it's just, it gets on some retarded type time, man. Cause like Meek made a post and he said it's getting crazy out here. Pretty soon you're going to pick a side. Sooner or later you're going to pick a side, something like that. Which he right. The young boy asked him, "Yo, you zoo gang or not?" He say, "No." 18 for Catherine. But god darn, Meek, you threw the whole world for a loop. Your first major joint that you still make money off the day, which is the intro. What you tell him? I'm the same boy from Burke Street with them neck blades in that lot. I don't care how mad I get at my hood. I'm never disowning where I'm from, man. I'm never disowning where I'm from. I'm never claiming some other hood where I'm not from there. It don't matter how disgusted, disappointed. To me, it just says something totally different about you. I don't care who you with. I ain't got no picks, man. And this ain't no I'm bashing Meek Mill type time. No, I'm just giving y'all and trying to give y'all insight to where on the outside looking in, you can't comprehend or understand why things went left. If, like I said, if you've never been to Philadelphia, it's hard to understand Philadelphia politics. It's totally different than any other place you will go to. It's totally different. The politics are way different. Like I said, each section of the city is like its own city. They carry things a little bit differently. When it comes to North Philadelphia, it's just way different. We typically breed it way different. Um, and then for you to say pretty much South Philly, now I'm gonna give y'all a history lesson that I know y'all not aware of. North Philly and South Philly historically have been the two most violent parts of the city, right? Historically, I mean to this day, North Philadelphia is still the most violent part of the city, right? And that's not bragging. I'm just trying to give y'all some information so y'all can understand a little bit more of the psyche. North Philadelphia historically has always had the highest murders in the city. Part of the reason being it's the largest section of the city. It's also the most impoverished section of the city. It has the most highest concentration of African Americans and Latinos. Is in North Philadelphia. It has the lowest property value in the city. A lot of the areas. Now they're trying to do stuff to correct that, but not so long ago, you could bought a whole crib for like $5,000, $3,000. You know what I mean? Just trying to paint a picture for y'all. Um, the relations of North Philadelphia and South Philly historically, if you go back, and I'm a little older than them, so I know a little bit more about the history. If you go back to the '80s, um, North Philadelphia and South Philly was so much at odds with each other. If you went to major events in the city, if you went to the convention center, or you went to the Spectrum. Like say you went to see a concert or something, or you went to see a basketball game. When you walked in, the police will ask you. The only thing they will ask you, North Philly or South Philly. Depending on what section you said, was when they was going to tell you to go sit at. So they kept North Philly over there. They kept South Philly over there. That's where they try to keep order and keep things under control. Because that's how much that drama used to be. You understand? Historically, North Philly then dudes then go down to South Philly to mess with chicks and vice versa. Not because the chicks will line you up, because trust me, even though we all from the same city, we got similar dictions, similar slang and all that. You can tell a North dude versus a South Philly dude, even today. I know a couple boys that went down South Philly, and it didn't work out for him right. They came back. They came back a different kind of way. Same and vice versa. A couple South Philly dudes came to North Philly to try to see a chick, and it didn't work out for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's one of them type of times where, oh, you meet a chick, where you from South? Well, I'm never coming to see you. You can come up north. You come down north. I know I said down north. That's not correct English, but it's just something we say. We say down north. You can come down north, but I'm not. I'm not coming down South Philly. Now, unless I got my homies in the woods going to sit outside while I go in there and tag her and come back out. Other than that, I'm not going down there to chill, man. That's how bad it used to be. Now, I give these young boys credit. They kind of bridged that gap to where it's not as bad as it once was. To where people go back and forth a little bit more. They move around a little bit more. But in my era coming up, that was a no-no. And I'm glad that when he put that, because he put 18th Street, 18th for Catherine, I'm glad that so far from what I've seen, no one fell into that. I feel like it was bait. Was on with you and is on with whole South Philly. So now we get back to North Philadelphia versus South Philadelphia fiasco, which is what no one wants. No one wants that. So thankfully, it hasn't gotten to that degree. Um, but there's a lot of reasons why Meek shouldn't have won about it that way. He should not have won about it that way. Although I do believe his intentions were pure, it was a better way he could have executed that. It was a better way he could have got that message out there. Um, like I said, you really have to understand Philadelphia politics to understand why that was taken the way it was taken. Like I said, on the outside looking in, I acknowledge it looked crazy. It looks crazy on the outside looking in. But when you begin to understand backstories and back history, you understand why it's not so crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't think, like I said, I just think Meek was wrong for the way he went about it. What he said, he was dead right in, and I salute what he was said. Like I'm not a Meek fan. Like I said, that's not my generational music. You know what I mean? My generation of music is the Pacs, the Biggies, the Nas's, the AZs, the Mob Deeps, the the Ram Squads. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be from Philly really to understand who Ram Squad was. You know what I mean? Um, but this situation is something that needs to be handled and handled quickly. This is something that can spin out of control. Um, this isn't something that money, or because Meek got money, yeah, he can insulate himself and protect himself a lot more than somebody who doesn't have it. But people don't care about money, man. They'll still try to splatter your mask all over the street like if it was me. I mean, he already know this has happened. You know what I mean? I mean, talking about the actual legitimate street dudes. This has happened. Dudes who you open they safe, they got 5 mil in the safe, they got 10 mil in the safe, but they only got their brains blew out on the sidewalk because of street beef. like I said, one thing money means is that you can protect yourself a little more. You can hire some people around you. I mean, you're gonna have some young boys that's gonna willing to throw their life away for you because they think they have something to gain from you. That comes with the territory. That's not saying the same thing as something can't happen to you, because nobody is exempt from something happening to them. That's why the situation needs to be corrected. It needs to be somebody needs to step in and cooler heads need to prevail. I do agree with him that these drugs is making these young boys go crazy. I've been saying that. Um, but I don't think that he thought that all the way through before he put that online. You know what I mean? He definitely didn't do that. Um, these young boys really got their hands in the mud, man. And a lot of this stuff started from music. That's the crazy part. It started from a slight hit on a record, and a slight deal on a record, and it spun out of control. And then also in there, you got some historical block beefs mixed into it. You know what I'm saying? It's it's a thing that if you're not strong enough to really step in and intervene to try to resolve, you're almost better off playing the sideline because then you become a target. That's how bad it is, man. And that don't make you no coward. It just let you. What doodle did you step in? I tell people, don't step in that doodle. You can't stand the stench of it. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you a coward. That don't make you any of that. Just know some stuff is above you. Every beef that I feel like I squashed, every beef I did squash was because I knew my strength within the situation. I knew my strength between the two warring parties. You know what I'm saying? If I'm strong on one side of it, but not strong on the other side of it, I can't tell the side I'm strong on to put the hammers down and don't pop back to defend themselves if somebody coming through the block of Aaron. I can't do that. So you put the hammers down so you could be a crash dummy? I can't do that. Not in conscience can I do that. That's just being real with yourself, man. Once again, when you get a certain age and you've been through certain things, man, you look at things differently. You look at things more honestly. It's a very finicky situation. Like all these situations is finicky because there already been gymnastics, man. I tell people in the heartbeat, everything is all good until the first body shot drop. To that first shot leave the chamber is all good. Once that first shot leave the chamber, once that first body drop, once it's that first janaza, it's downhill from there, man. It's downhill from there. It's hard to tell somebody to chill. How am I tell you to chill? You just went through a janaza and threw dirt on your homie, threw dirt on your brother, threw dirt on your cousin. Because I'm not trying to hear chill. It's too late for that. You should have intervened before it got to that point if you cared. That's why I always got there before it got to that point. No matter if I had to drive 8 hours, man, 7 hours, 5 hours, it doesn't matter how long I had because nothing. There's no price tag on that, man. It was people you actually care about, people you actually want to see win, people that you know can win. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's definitely something that I don't wish. I really hope that cooler heads will prevail. Um, I really hope that conversations are taking place right now behind the scenes. Um, for a while, it's mediation. Um, Meek has to understand that he's a point for somebody. So when a young boy threw that dart back at him, I'm pretty sure that young boy financially benefited off of that. Or if nothing else, he got some more subscribers. He got some more people that know who he is. Otherwise, that wouldn't have. Now, if something happens to Meek today or tomorrow, he gonna run around his hood with some, you know what I mean, with a trophy. My man told me that I ain't nowhere near the level success of me, far wise as financially. But I'm damn sure successful, and I'm darn sure ain't messed up by a long shot. I'm super straight. But my man told me, he said, yo, my biggest concern is that you come up here because my family being the stupid stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I typically used to go up there to see about it, right? And he always looked at me. He said, "Yo, one of my biggest fears and worries is that you gonna come up here just chilling, and somebody gonna try to get a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna try to get that point by some sneak attack on you, some dirty, dusty nobody." And that's what Meek gotta understand too. That's what some of the best advice he could have told me. Man. And he definitely, and it's stuff I always knew, but you know what I mean. I'm human. When you get in that mode, when you get on that kind of time, you kind of forget about that math. You know what I mean? But that was some rap. That was definitely real rap. Definitely, that was definitely real rap. What he said to me, and I had to really understand that and comprehend that, and took that to heart and move different. You know what I'm saying? And me gotta do the same, man. I would advise him to do the same. He ain't gotta do nothing. He a grown man. He can do what he want. But I would advise him to take that same advice, man. Everything, bro. Just because you feel like, and he told me you only do stuff because you feel like you could do something about it, which is true. You know what I mean? But Meek gotta he should just look at things a little different. He definitely should understand that he's definitely a trophy for someone. If someone said, "Yeah, I did this to Meek," he's definitely a trophy. You know what I mean? Um, can't I always tell people one of my favorite sayings: can't trade places with a sucker, man. You heard? You can't trade places with a sucker. If you do that, you crazy. Flat out. Your life for my life is not a fair exchange. That's time. That's kind of time Meek got to be on, man. And you got to remove that pride and ego part out of the way for that joint, man. Just know every bad way ain't worth fumbling, man. Because you already on a mission. You ain't gonna be here anyway. Not many people where I stood down off of people advised me like, "Yo, bro, chill." And within a short amount of time after I chilled, they got booked or they got killed. Because if they warn or going through this, not necessarily because none of this is my direct beefs. All this is because of who they beefing with, who close to me. You know what I'm saying? So where it's like, yo, it ain't even that deep. It ain't even that deep. Chill. It's not even that deep. Within a short amount of time after that, either them people, because it's multiple occasions, don't got murdered or don't got locked up for the rest of their life. Because if they at odds with you, you're not the only person they at odds with. Even if it's not directly you, if it's with them over there, they still at odds. They at odds with somebody else too. Or they already been at odds with somebody else that is on their head. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy how that worked out. It's crazy how it worked out. Um, but it's smartening up. It's wisening up. It's not far for the banana in the tailpipe. It's not letting someone use you as they come up. pretty much the only thing you can get me outside for the day is, or if it's my family. Outside of that, it ain't about nothing, man. Cause you damn sure can't move out for somebody that if you something happened to you, they're not gonna take care of your kids. They're not gonna take care of your mom. They're not gonna whatever you was responsible for taking care of. The average person is not picking up to take care of that if you're not here no more. Whether you in a beam or if you in the ground, man. You get wrapped in silk and thrown in the ground in that hole, man. But this beef definitely isn't what people think it is. Like there's a history to this. You know what I'm saying? There's a history to this. It's one of them things where people been feeling some kind of way, and then it just came to a tipping point. You know what I mean? And it's crazy that it's hard to say something about somebody who got some bread. 'Cause the first thing somebody gonna say is you hating. You hating because they up and you not. And it's not always. Yo, listen, man. You can't always let money govern you, man. Money should not govern your principles. And I'm not saying this is the situation. I'm just saying in general, money is not your governing principles. If it is, you crazy, man. Like I want to say something else, but I'm gonna keep it PG-13. Money has never governed my principles, man, and I'm all right. And I feel like I'm always going to be okay because it's the right things that govern me, man. Yes, I play in the handbook. I play in the rule book that people don't play with no more, play by no more, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with going against the grain. I'm fine with being on my own and abiding by something that's tangible. I know what it feel like to be poor. I know what it feel like to be broke. I don't care about that. I'm a different kind, man. I don't care about that. But I'm never going to associate or not associate with someone based off they bread. I'm never going to not say, well, I can't come at him because he got some paper. Or I can't have a problem with dude because he got some paper. No, I probably can't come at him the same way I come at somebody who don't got no paper. I probably got to be a lot more tactful, a lot more strategic, or whatever. That could be the case. But if it come to that, that don't mean it ain't going to go down because you got some bread. That ain't how that go, man. Y'all need to cut it out with that foolishness, man. Everybody want to talk about somebody's pockets, man. Because your pockets is alright don't mean you can't be wrong. Y'all weird. Because your pockets is alright, that means you can't be wrong? Man, y'all weird for that, man. Cut that out, man. The first thing people say is, oh, he mad because he ain't got big paper. Everybody don't. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Y'all weird for that. I can't comprehend that, man. Y'all here pocket watching, man? Oh, he smacked my mom, but it's cool he smacked my mom because he got 10 mil in the bank. Or he got 100 million. So he not wrong for smacking my mother. No, he gonna get that same level of aggression and response at 10 million if he had 1 penny. Bet that. Stop that, man. Stop letting money be your moral compass, man. Stop letting money govern y'all right from wrong, man. Stop thinking everybody hating for telling the truth. Ain't nobody above the truth, man. Some people may get indicted for it or not indicted for it. That's the only thing money can stop you from the truth being revealed. You got enough paper, you may not get indicted for the truth being revealed. That don't mean you not wrong, man. Y'all weird out here, man. We got a name for that. I'm gonna say Dakita. Do the math for what I said. I said Dakita. That's the PG-13 version, man. Stop doing that, man. And a lot of drama that Meek been in, he's been wrong. That's just facts. In this case, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying the way he went about it. As saying, hey, yo, I want to put y'all on. I'm going to put y'all on. That part was wrong how he went about it. What he said was beautiful. The execution was poor. It's just like LeBron. LeBron wasn't wrong for leaving Cleveland the first time. He was wrong for how he went about delivering the message he was leaving Cleveland. You understand? No, he don't owe a team nothing for a while. Just I gotta finish my career here because this is the area where I'm from and this is the people that draft. That don't mean you gotta finish it there because let's keep it a buck. Them teams ain't loyal to you. The moment they see you lose a step or the moment that you ain't produced like you was, they're not trying to honor that contract. They're trying to get you out of there, man. Especially the NFL. The NBA got the advantage because their contract is guaranteed. But look at the NFL. Mike Vick signed his second $100 million deal. Everybody said, "Oh, Mike got another $100 million deal." Essentially, it was a 1 year deal. You know, on paper it looked beautiful. When they flashed across the headline, it looked beautiful. Oh, this number of years, $100 million. Oh, Mike Vick, he recouped. He came back and got his money, and then got cut. So he never seen the back end. So no, I would never tell somebody to be loyal to these teams. These teams ain't loyal to you, man. You feel me? Just the execution was poor, man. On LeBron part and Meek part, the execution was poor. Everything ain't for Meek. Everything ain't for the net, bro. Everything ain't for the net, man. You know this already, man. You from North Philadelphia, bro. You know the you know the temperature. You know people think way different, man. Everybody I meet outside the city and they ask me where I'm from, I tell them North. First thing they do is shake their head and say, "Man, y'all different, man." Meek, you know this to be facts, bro. A boy tried to play you. I met a while ago. I'm not gonna put it all out there because I ain't trying to air him. I said what I had to say to him right there though. But he say, "Oh, he had like he was scared." I said, "How you scared? You in somebody else's town. You got one dude with you, but you in somebody else's town." I tell people when you go into somebody else's town, ain't but so many guns you can bring with you. Ain't but so many people you can bring with you. They got home court advantage, man. They got home field advantage all day of the week, twice on Sunday. Your whole plan is to get in there and get up out of there. If they going through it with you, they plans to get you here and leave you here, and then send you back gift wrap. So yeah, I'm always going. I tell them that's being on point. You gotta understand the blocks he come from, man. The blocks he come from, you gotta understand. Come from North Philadelphia, man. I don't care where I'm at in the world. I'm on point, man. I'm not sitting with my back to nothing. Somebody asked me the other day, "You scared to sit with your back to the street?" I'm not sitting with my back nowhere, man. Is you crazy? First time I got shot at in my life, I had my back to the avenue. You understand? Somebody came through Aaron. I'm thinking it's firecrackers because it's around that time of year. And turn around, I see the pistol smoking. I'm out of there, baby. Yeah, you realize that it's a gun when you hear something whistle past your head, and you like you can't really. At that time, I was dumb young, so I didn't really know what that was. So you hear a pop, you hear some whistle, but you don't pay no mind. But then you turn around and see the pistol smoking and say, "Oh, that's what that was. That was a bullet that whistle passed." You know what I'm saying? Like Meek, you know how to move, bro. You know the etiquette. We're not above etiquette, bro. No matter what success we acquire, no matter how much money we acquire, it's still etiquettes, man. It's still handling people with respect. Everybody want to be handled with respect, bro. And then, like I said, you know better than these internet people the prior stuff. You know people look at you semi being hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Like let's call a spade, bro. So you know, I know, like it's a little deeper than what people will ever understand. Like my young boy mess with him, like cool, you know what I'm saying? And argue with me every time I touch down the city that I need to listen to more Meek. You know what I'm saying? Like my young boy and him is thorough. And I ain't putting no names out there, whatever, because I'm that's not the kind of time I'm on. That's not the kind of I ain't need to tell people where I'm from in there. But that's neither here nor there. But you know my young, but he know my young boy well, and my young boy is who he is. You know what I'm saying? But he's in the age bracket with all this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in that age bracket, and he's. I'm just gonna say he's in that age bracket. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time, but I just want people to understand like it's deeper than what people understand. It's deeper than what people know. It's surface level. On the outside looking in, you think that it's wild, that it's weird, it doesn't make any sense. But if you were in tune, then it would make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do hope the situation is rectified respectfully, um, with no violence, no loss of life, no bloodshed, or no further bloodshed. It's already, you know what I'm saying? Like Philly's crazy right now, man. Like it's like around 430 something murders this year. Um, and we still got a month and a half left of the year. You know what I mean? Like it's I grew up with these numbers this high when I was growing up. I was outside when these numbers was this high growing up. Um, the difference is we didn't. It was no airing no blocks where kids was outside playing. A lot of the drama when I was coming up happened at night. You know what I'm saying? It happened at night. It didn't happen. It didn't happen at cookouts. It didn't happen when somebody was with their kid, when somebody was holding their daughter, or somebody walking with their mom. The drama didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no holds borrowed. This mentality is foreign to me. Of it don't matter when. You know what I mean, it's a mentality that if you out there on the streets, you almost gotta adapt because somebody do it to you though. You know what I mean? And it's about surviving. It's just what it is, man. Everybody not gonna agree with it, but if you was never outside, it's definitely hard for you to understand them concepts. Um, but I just want to get that off. Please understand that it's deeper than just them being mad at Meek because that don't even make sense. Why would they be mad at him for saying, "Oh, I changed your life, you put the hammers down"? No, it's a little bit more to that than just that. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna sign off. Bro, Rat with Kane. Thanks for checking in. Holla at y'all next time. Guard your body out there.